Because I sent you a link, I forgot the gentleman's name. I'd try to pull up Discord, but my Discord's locked to your screen.
That's right. Yep.
If you look up our previous conversation, it was about the anti-aging and like resveratrol and looking at like whether that actually works.
Sinclair or...
Yeah, Sinclair.
Yeah.
And I think
yeah, because that's another
thing. Yeah,
it's not something I'd spend too much time on.
Yeah,
would be my advice to people looking at it.
It is
again, it's not my area of research really. So it's
Is it because it's something that it's still in its infancy, so you can't make you can't say there's like technological leaps and bounds saying, "Yep, this works," or is it because it's impossible?
Without doxing myself entirely, I do work with people who do some in vivo studies in mice.
Yeah.
Looking at lifespan extension, but looking at the extension of a lifespan, or realistically what we want to achieve is extension of a health span, because you don't want a long life if you're going to be unhealthy.
Having a shit life, yeah.
So that's the focus, especially in the last decade, has absolutely shifted from looking at extending lifespan to extending health span.
Yeah,
and a lot of people start saying, I know years ago the thing was to say that 40 was the new 50 was the new 40, sorry, because people started having children back 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Started having children in their 30s instead of in their early 20s.
Well,
which is a big thing now, isn't
it? For
baby
boomers, yeah.
And Nick's parents.
Yeah, so my mum, I'm 20 and my older sister is 24, almost 25. And my mum had my sister when she was 40 and then had me at 44. So like that's, I mean, the first, it's a bit harsh, but the first comment that I always get from people when I tell them that is either, oh, so you were an accident. Because like it's so late in life. But, and the other one is, oh wow, you're so lucky you're not disabled. Like, how rough is that? And I'm like, what do you mean?
So the thing there is that has nothing to do with the age of your mother.
See, what I've watched this video with my friend.
If you're looking at like chromosomal abnormalities,
that's not
quite closely
age
with paternal age rather than maternal age.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, so if your dad is 80 years old and then your mum's 20, you're highly likely to have
a large risk of chromosomal abnormalities.
Yeah, right.
Because a woman's eggs are
good until they're not
in utero, actually, when she's in the womb. But a man's sperm are not like it's like a lifelong gamete production.
Yeah. Wow. So I was watching this. My good friend from uni and I, we're like. Not to freak you out, Regs, but we're like really into kids and babies and like learning about all that kind of stuff. And it's okay, it's not coming anytime soon. Don't worry.
Can you pull up that close zoom of your face? Thank you.
I actually was telling my mum the other day, I was like, oh, I don't think Reagan knows how to change a nappy. And she was like, well, does that matter? And I was like, well, not yet. Anyway, but we watched this video. It was a little while ago, probably a year or so ago, of I don't know how you feel about Adam Ruins Everything, but it was
I quite like it.
It was his video on like that increase of like basically disabled kids in like maternal age. And it was like
I think paternal age is a far
and what it was saying was like, you know how they tell you
suck.
Once
right, girls?
You know how they tell you like once you hit 35, like your like biological clock is ticking, blah blah blah, all that stuff. You're gonna have like double the risk of this and triple the risk of that. It goes from like 0.001